Yo, yo, back to me.
So I guess it's been about a year since I've seriously like addressed the camera for a particular purpose. Like not just like, oh, like I'm filming my life, but actually address it like I have something to say. I need to get off my chest and it needs to come out. But I don't know. I had a really, really like frustrating, bout of events happen to me like all at once. I got laid off from my job by one of my mentors, and I'm fine with losing my job, but the main thing that made me upset was that he laid me off by the phone. And I don't know if anybody's had to deal with this, but just on a purely professional level, like, you don't do that at all. You don't do that to people because that's just, especially with the relationship that we had, like, this was somebody who I once looked up to. And I realized something in the middle of all of this. One, I wasted a better part of a year on his work, and I wasted a better part of a year of my talent. I did learn one thing. One thing I want to say is that I learned what not to have or what I don't want to be a part of in my career or spend my time on. There's lots of things to be aware of, and you need to first off be aware of your mood and your mental health at the job. It wasn't good there. Beyond that, though, I realized, too, my boss was spineless. My boss was not really man enough to look me in the eye. My boss wasn't somebody who was worthy of my time or attention. And then it got me thinking about some of the things that are going on around me and going on around life. Like, we're living through some of the worst times in the sense that no one can really trust who's there, who has each other's backs anymore. Like, I really got left hanging by my boss on that front, and now it's put me in this position where, like, I've been dealing with these feelings, and I feel betrayed, I feel used, also, like, grateful because I don't have to spend time I don't have to spend time there anymore. But the other thing that I realized, too, is that I was relying on him to make my life sort of function. I was relying on that job to make my life function. And when I look at the world right now, it's like I need to get a bigger job, or I need to do something. But I also look at the world like that sense of security that I'm kind of longing for, that sense of like it being okay. It's not going to be there because when I look at society, or I look at the things that are going on around us politically, the world doesn't have its back. Like, no one's catching anybody anywhere. And it's kind of scary to go into that. And this situation made me realize as a whole, no one has your best interest at heart but you. No one has the ability to make sure you're okay better than you can make sure that you're okay. And you cannot rely on someone else to make your happiness be there. You can't rely on someone else to make your lifestyle happen. You can't rely on someone else to make your goals happen. And I don't know why I'm like, I felt the need to come on camera and say this, but I for once, like, I don't want to rely on the world. I don't want to rely on anybody or anything, because I understand now everything that I need and everything that needs to come, like, needs to be produced, or anything that needs to be done on my part, it's within me. There's nobody who can do Daryl better than me. Like, well, I guess my dad, because my dad's technically senior. But, like, I can't rely on another job. I can't rely on other people. Like, I gotta go out there and I need to, like, dig in and do it myself. Like, being self-aware of what you need to do and what you have to do with your talents, your skills. Like, I'm not saying what I'm trying to do is for everybody, but I know my work ethic and I know who I am. I realize that I am the happiest when I'm filming, when I'm creating memes, when I'm creating clothes, when I'm trying to express myself and express these messages. And I was meant to be a creative entrepreneur. And realistically, like, a creative entrepreneur as a whole, I would break it down into 3 parts. And these are like, you know, like the Pokemon gym badges, like the equivalent of those, but this is like the way I think of them in my head. There are 3 of these badges that I want to have, like, and people just know this, and whatever else expands, you know, that comes in context, and then I gotta grow and I gotta have different things happen to me. I'm only 22, but for sure, I want to be known as a prolific writer. I want to be known as an elite trapper, and I want to be known as a master curator. I think that those 3 things can really make someone not only just successful, but make them successful in a wider variety of different mediums, fashions, you know, different, you know, applications. They can do so much with their mind. And having those skills or having those badges, like, hey, you know how to put together and hustle and also bring people together in the right way to help them understand these ideas. Like, hell yeah, like, that's me. I really think I can, not only I know I can do that. You know, like Goku turned Super Saiyan, and the first time he turned Super Saiyan, it was because he figured out that Frieza killed, like, not only Vegeta, but, like, all the other, like, Saiyans. Like, that, like, he got awakened. Like, I feel like that was this for me. Like, I feel like a whole new sense of calmness, yet, like, overwhelming, like, power and, like, overwhelming sense of, like, I got it-ism. I don't know. I just feel like right now is a really good time in life. And we're going to go out there and get it. And I want to tell everybody, we're just going to go to the dream. And the dream is